I want to welcome y'all back to the Mentalities Matters podcast with Jason and Jahni. And I
Yo,
want to
yo.
welcome our first ever guest, Dayshon,
It's your
our
boy Day
boy.
Day.
So
Yes, sir.
we're going to get this started. So the first topic, we wanted to talk about on the podcast today, we wanted to talk about Men's Mental Health Month and, the importance of this month and mental health in general. This is a big topic for our podcast and the importance of it. So, obviously as young men, growing up every day, we go through a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of pressures from, could be from family, other outside noise, and, it's really tough. The pressure is tough, as young men, a lot of us, we were taught to, not show vulnerability, keep it inside. You got to be tough all the time. You can't, show emotion, and you got to
be a man.
yeah, you got to be a man.
Yep.
So, and that's a tough thing, for a lot of people. Just the pressures of growing up, it could come from anyone. So we just wanted to talk about that.
And not even that. What's it called? We got people discriminating people like us, people of color and stuff. So that's another burden that we have to carry growing up. So it's not just the household stuff. It's also things outside like that. What's it called? They'll look at us different because of the color of our skin, and they'll say we shouldn't be here or here. Some people go through not being able to get a job just because of the color of their skin. They'll probably look more professional than the last person that they was just interviewing, but the last person they hired because they're not black like us.
No,
So,
yeah. And then just the daily pressures that you get, you know what I mean? Because, the men in our family, didn't set the best examples, you know what I mean? And a lot of us, we're either the oldest or second oldest, you know what I mean? Here, standing here, so.
Damn, it's a little road me.
that's y'all.
Nah, yeah.
Me, I got massive ones. So.
But just, dealing with that, having that feeling of the burden of just being, our dad's legacy or something like that, or being the second coming, But I know for me, and, I can't speak for you guys, but, I know it's probably the same thing. Like, you just want to be different from that. You want to be better than they are.
Person.
Yep.
So be our own person. So I wanted to get your take on it, Day. So talk to me.
About like mental health.
Yeah, like men's mental health and
I
how do you
think
feel about it?
the stipulation that men shouldn't talk about their feelings or talk about what they're going through just should stop. Everybody should have a safe space where they can talk about how they feel, what they're going through in life, and be comfortable doing it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I feel the same way because me, like I said last episode, it was a time where I didn't tell anybody anything. I just hid my feelings, made it worse. But what's it called? That's when I got comfortable talking to like Dayshon, everyone in our PlayStation party, you know what I'm saying? So it helped me get to a better place, and what's it called? I'm happier now. If I ever have something on my mind, I always speak to my mom or any of you guys if I ever got something going on, which takes a lot off my chest. So I feel like for people who keep stuff in, like as a man, I know we was raised to be a man and like not let things get to you, but letting the things get to you and letting it out, this just makes it better.
No, yeah. I feel like our vulnerability is like one of the best skills that we have as human beings as well. Just like, because it makes us human at the end of the day. Like, bro, you have to show emotion. You can't be just hardcore all the time. Like keeping a mean mug face, all that. You know what I mean? Like you feel things as human beings. Like
Yeah, it's not like we're programmed
Not
to
yet.
just feel one thing and that's
Nah.
it.
Yeah, and eventually, you don't know what's gonna happen. One day you could just end up taking it on the wrong person.
yeah, exactly.
It's like it all builds up. At some point, it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
It's like you just got to talk to your village, like we talk about. Your parents, your best friends, coworkers, anybody, just to get that pain out. Because it's like you said, eventually it comes out, and you could say a lot of terrible things to people that you love, and you're saying it because that's how you cope, and that's how you like that's a way of coping for you, like I said. So it's really just getting it out, what I mean, seeking help if you need it, like asking for help, it shouldn't be frowned upon. That's like the hardest thing that you could do as a human being, is knowing that you need help and then going to ask for it. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's how I feel, you know. And just, you know, take it day by, like, I know I say this a lot, just take it day by day, you know. You know, the journey of life, you know, it's up and down, you know, a lot of flows, a lot of waves, you know what I mean? So it's really just about taking it day by day, you know, keeping, you know, your mental good, and then everything else is just going to take care of itself. So, you know, now we kind of wanted to mention, you know, like college, you know, just the transfer portal in general, like in college sports and how we feel about it. So I wanted to ask you, Day, like, how do you feel about like players like transferring multiple times, and how you feel about the transfer portal in general?
When it comes to like players transferring multiple times, I don't see why that's going to be a problem. When you're in college, especially like for high ranked players, your goal is to get to the NFL.
Yeah.
If you feel like you have a better chance at LSU, and you have the opportunity to go there, why are you not going to transfer there? You're going to Kennesaw. You're not going to the NFL from there.
Yeah.
So
Or it's way harder like to go from there, you know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
it's like a really low chance that you're going to
Yeah.
go. You got to be like, because first of all, most Ashton Genty, any high recruited player, they're going to start at that school.
yeah, for sure.
Compared to, can you tell me who the quarterback was for Kennesaw?
Nah. I can't
Exactly.
tell you.
So it's like, it's a harder route.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of guys will transfer too, if they're not playing, you know, enough as well. So it's like there's different reasons for everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like for some people it could be because they're not playing enough, or like they don't get any playing time at all, and they feel like they could be like a greater asset to the team, but they're not getting the playing time that they want. So in their situation, they'll transfer. But like Dayshon said earlier, if you're like one of the like top players in like the country and stuff, and you're at like a low ranking school, why not take the opportunity to transfer to a school where you will get recognition and make it easier for you to accomplish your dream and get to where you want to be?
No doubt, yeah.
Even having like toxic teammates,
Yeah.
that can play a role. Like nobody knows, no outside members of
The
like
media,
nobody knows
faculty,
what's
none
going
of
on
them
in
know.
that locker room.
yeah.
Was it Jaden McDaniels
Yeah,
who had like problems with his teammates? That's why he transferred.
yeah, yeah.
Look at him now, he's a top 10 QB in the league already as a rookie.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like now, like the transport is way different now as well, just because like NIL and like that dollar sign that you could give players as well,
True.
like a shit ton of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So it's like, even like for example, like AJ DeBanto, like high school recruit, like committing to BYU. I'm asking you both. Do you think 10 years ago, if he was about to commit to a college 10 years ago, do you think that he would have committed to BYU?
It just depends on how good
Depends.
they were doing.
Yeah, that too. But like weighing in, like
the money and stuff.
yeah, the
no.
money and like
Because
Probably
a lot of players could just have a college career with their NILs and be set for life.
set
You don't
for
really have
life.
to go to
Yeah,
the NBA.
yeah. But you know, but like it was a lot of different reasons for him as well. Like they have a whole NBA like coaching staff like getting him ready for his 1 year there, and then hopefully going to the league. So
Nah, definitely. That
a
kid's
lot of effort
talented.
ranges. So, and then like again, like even mentioning the money aspect about it, like you know, obviously it's amateur sports. You're still like not a professional, but I mean, the players in college they definitely deserve to get paid. Like no doubt about it. Like Johnny Manziel, like Tim Tebow, all those guys, all the guys before them, Reggie Bush, like they definitely deserve to like get that money reimbursed them as well, because you know they're out there doing the hard work, you know, practicing 2 to 3 times a day, like
While having to juggle their
Yeah.
classes,
So,
outside noise. I feel like college players have the most pressure on them out of like any sports or
Yeah.
any level.
no, yeah. And then like again, like if you see them jerseys flying off the bookstore, like they should definitely get paid. Like there's no, you know, students buying the jerseys, everyone buying the jerseys. Like if you seen jerseys flying off the bookstore, like there's no doubt about it
Like
that you should.
even like a small percent
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, a small
Yes.
percentage of it, because they're putting in a lot of work with practices. I know the practices in colleges crazy, because what's it called? A couple of our boys, like my boy Marquise Moses, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? They had to wake up at like 5-6 a.m.
Yeah.
and do workouts, and then they'll watch film, they'll eat stuff like that, and then on top of that, they have to go to all their classes, and they have to
maintain
maintain a certain
GPA.
GPA to stay. You know what I'm saying?
It's a grind.
If they
So
don't,
That's
then
what I'm saying. You got
they
the
have to
most
get kicked
pressure
out. So
on when
yeah,
you're in college.
like, on top of like having like pro aspirations, like there's a lot on their plate. So you know what I mean. But you know, it's like we've been saying. Like every situation is different, no doubt about it. Like every reason why you transfer. But you know, I feel like when it comes to like certain situations where like you transfer like 3 times when stuff doesn't work out, like I feel like that needs to be addressed. You know, at some points. You know what I mean? Especially like it. I mean, you can't do nothing about like a guy like going through an injury and like you know having to transfer, taking a redshirt year and stuff like that. So and then like
Yeah,
obviously the years of eligibility like is different now. You know, because the COVID year, you know, you get an extra year. I think they're about to like stop doing that. Probably
that extra year.
Yeah.
Right?
the
I mean,
extra
yeah,
year.
we're like, I think the class after us is the last class that had to deal with
Yeah.
COVID like
Yeah.
that.
So, nah, we just want to touch on that. And then obviously, like football, you know, a lot of the top schools, like, again, like we mentioned football and then basketball, like, you know, the low level guys, like the mid major guys, like if you have a chance to make that jump to like a power five, like you got to do what's best for you, especially if you have pro aspirations. So,
Yeah.
and then like in this era, like I want to talk about college basketball a little bit. Like this era, we probably won't see Cinderella teams anymore because, you know, that mid level guy, he'll have a great game and then you know he'll hit the portal and then those top colleges will hit him up and then you know the
Take that
smaller
jump.
the smaller school will have like you know they won't have that much money because you know what I mean like all those power five schools like LSU like Clemson USC like Duke all of the blue bloods too like they have a lot of money in their school backing them so
Yeah, who's not gonna make the choice to go to a better school and make money while you do it?
Yeah, because they're paying you a lot of money, and I doubt anyone's gonna not take that opportunity to go to a better school that will help them out and still get paid on top of it. So
no doubt so you know the NBA playoffs are still going on right now so that's what we wanted to talk about next you know obviously the NBA finals they start tomorrow so
My Boston.
they start tomorrow. You know, Day's a Boston Celtics fan. You know, unfortunately, you know they got bounced out. You know, again, speedy recovery to Tatum. You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
my goat.
yeah,
That king. That hurt. That hurt to watch.
nah, yeah, great player, man, great player. Definitely top three best players in the league right now. Gotta give him his respect, man.
I appreciate you saying
Gotta
that.
give him his respect, man. You know what I mean? Gotta give him his respect. You know, and that team as well. That team is gonna be way different next year. You know.
I don't think they're gonna make no like crazy moves though. Besides like, as much as I like Kristaps Porzingis, if you can't what's that word? You can't just like rely on him to come back
Yeah.
play the
that's
same,
true.
especially because nobody really knows what that injury is or that
Yeah.
sickness is.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's happened twice. He's saying he can't breathe. You gotta, some point you gotta move on, especially with the money that he's eating up.
Yeah.
And then Holiday, his contract's big too, so
No. Yeah.
it's probably just gonna be them two that leave.
There's a lot of teams that are gonna want, you know, Holiday. You know, I've seen the Kings like they might be in the sweepstakes. The Clippers, you know.
Yeah, his trade value is still like crazy high, just because he's a leader, 2 rings both times. When he went to Milwaukee, it was his first year there, right?
yeah,
Yeah, first year there.
Same with Boston, like he has the championship experience.
Yeah.
He could shoot, he could defend. Like he got trade value. Porzingis is definitely went down though.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, because
Not even because like lack of skill. It's just
it's just
he
because
literally can't play right now.
No, you can't stay healthy. So I mean, nah. I mean, and then like we mentioned, like even the last episode, like the CBA deal, like it's gonna like stifle a lot of like spending and like if you're gonna be because like the two teams right now in the finals, they're not over the luxury tax. So you know what I mean. So like you know teams like you know Celtics. Golden State, you know, they've been above the luxury tax and they've had the ability to do that in the past. But now, I feel like the new CBA deal, like, it's smart in a lot of ways because, like, now, like, the super team era, it's going to be, like, very tough to, like,
Yeah, it's like it's just opening up the league more to more outside like low market teams making it further because you don't have to worry about Golden State Warriors happening again.
yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Because why is KD with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond when he was in his prime?
DeMarcus
Yeah,
Cousins
DeMarcus Cousins. Like,
Nah,
come
yeah.
on, bro.
Like,
Like
that's
that
crazy.
team's unstoppable, bro.
Nah,
Like,
yeah.
what the hell are you supposed to do about that?
Yeah. Like the competition, like even now the competition level is like at its greatest right now. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of great teams in the league now.
A lot of teams could come out. Like, who is Indiana 6 seeded, right?
Yeah.
And they're in the finals or 5th.
They were like third. Nah, they were like third, top three,
No,
top four,
Indiana's-
top four. Yeah, top five. Nah, top five seed. Yeah.
It was like
Fifth,
4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think
4
they
or
were
5.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But still, that's like, when was the last time that happened? Was it Miami when they played Denver?
Yeah.
I don't even know how that was happening.
No clue.
Jimmy buckets, man. We'll see what happens with him too, man.
I think he's gonna stay. That's
He's gonna
be a
stay,
good.
'cause-
The Warriors are gonna be a good team for a while. Curry's not slowing down,
Yeah.
and his play style doesn't like he won't get hurt too much.
Yeah,
Like, he's not a crazy athletic guy like a Jaw or a Ant who your knees and your ankles
Yeah.
is taking a lot of damage
Yeah.
with all that jumping. So he could make a push for another 4 years. 5
Yeah,
years.
because
sure.
Jimmy, he's comfortable over there. You know, when he was playing for the Heat, he wasn't happy.
Yeah,
Like,
he said it himself.
nah,
he,
they just
he felt
didn't.
like he was suffocated.
Yeah.
So what's
They-
it called?
They just didn't make the right moves around him too, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think you can say that though. They built a solid team around him. Tyler Hero can get buckets.
Nah, no doubt, but
Bam,
Bam.
can get buckets.
yeah.
They had Max Struess, who was giving us hell. I hated that guy.
You know, he was getting buckets, yo.
Him, who was it? Caleb Martin
yeah,
giving
Yeah,
us buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tight. But
so,
they have some dogs on that team, but like I feel like if they got another guy, like they could
big
have.
name.
Yeah, they could have gave. I feel like that nobody was being Denver that season, but they could have gave them more of a run than they did.
Wasn't they supposed to get Dame before Milwaukee did?
yeah, I think so.
He was in the run, and that's where I feel like that was definitely his first choice, no doubt about it. But I mean, you can't miss out on a chance to like not get Dame with Giannis. Obviously, it hasn't.
It hasn't worked out though. So
It hasn't.
Seems that it's not working.
No, it hasn't worked out as of right now. And then even that's the next thing. The rumors about where he's gonna land and stuff like that, and him saying that he
Austin.
for the first time in his career, he says like I'm okay with not being in Milwaukee. If that ends up happening.
He said he wants to stay in the East and play for a contender.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot like Boston.
Yo, if I see Giannis in a Boston jersey, I'm
That
lose
would
my
throw me
mind,
off,
yo.
man. I mean,
it could happen. Though.
It
Like,
could.
You can give up Holiday, Porzingis, a couple picks,
No, yeah.
and like Hauser throwing like one of our bench players because we got depth to give that up.
Yeah.
regardless, man, like regardless whatever trade happens, bro, like you're not gonna get equal value for him. So like if they want a high asking price, so you got to be realistic. You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
literally no equal
yeah.
value for him. He's the second best player in the world after Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you would have to give up 2 superstars for it to
Yeah.
be equal value. It's not gonna happen.
And then like, bro, teams can't go out like the Mavericks did. Like the Mavericks got. I mean, obviously they got AD. AD is a great player, but like,
I think it's gonna work out for them though. I think they're gonna be better than Lakers in the long run. Because they're gonna have Cooper Flag, which
Yeah.
I think he's really good. I don't think he's the type of player that can just turn a franchise around.
yeah,
Like I don't see him being like that type of like a Luka Doncic.
Like a Luke. Yeah.
Like Luka came in
Luka
and that
did
team
it
was instantly
immediately.
a good team.
yeah.
I don't see him being like that. But you pair him with AD,
And Kyrie when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Kyrie, who else? Derek Lively, he's solid, bro. If he learns even a little bit from AD, it's gonna be tough because
Nah, yeah.
AD is a good two-way player, one of the best two-way players in the league.
Yeah, he's we talked about it, like he's literally still growing. Like he's 18 years old, bro. So
Yeah,
it's like,
and his scoring bag is crazy.
nah, yeah, like
He was
he's
giving you Team USA a run for their money.
yeah, he's only gonna get better, man, and that's the scary thing. Obviously that team is older, but he definitely like we talked about this. Like he's a win now guy. Like he plays both ends of the floor, and he's a 6'9" forward. So like he gives them another scoring threat. Another defensive threat as well. So
You think he's gonna start right away?
I think they should start him right away. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they should start him over. I know PJ will be starting over him right now.
You think he's gonna play the 4 or 3?
I think he'll play the 3.
Yeah, he'll play the 3.
Yeah,
Cause
so he could start right away.
because AD is the best player when he's at the 4. I feel like
Yeah,
He's
because
not
he doesn't have to. He's a mobile center. He can move when he wants to play.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, that team could be really good if Kyrie comes back healthy, which I have no doubt that he'll come back and
He's a killer. He's tough.
Yeah.
Nasty.
be the same player that he was or even better.
Yo,
He's one of the most skilled players I've ever watched.
like how do you stop that? Like,
You can't
he'll
imagine.
go up try and block it, yo.
Acrobat, man.
Yo, it doesn't matter.
The
I think
handles.
so. You think he's one of the best You think he's the best finisher
Yeah.
ever?
Hands down, I think he's the best finisher.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah.
Like the shit that he does. Those reverses, like everything, like bro. It's
just seen a
insane.
TikTok like 2 days ago.
Of
How
how
Kawhi's whole hand on the ball, he
Yeah.
just backs it up and still finishes that layup. Like,
Did you guys see the video on how he learned how to finish?
Yeah,
like
like
that?
a
Yeah,
broken
broken
like
backboard,
broken
right?
backboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that's-
crazy.
He's nasty.
Nah, and then like, bro, you need real creativity to like do that, bro. Like that's artistry, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's really like loving the game and just being like creative with your bag, bro.
I mean, we kind of had to adjust a little bit at his house. Once your backboard broke,
My
yeah, your
backboard
backboard
was
was cooked.
Because Jordan, you know Jordan,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yo, Jordan was chucking the ball over there and broke it. I was like, nah, no way.
So yeah, we had to adjust to that a little bit. So
Who do you think's the closest player right now we have to a Kyrie Irving? Like to take over his man, not take over, but like fill his shoes a little bit.
I've always wanted to give it to Darius Garland, but he can't stay healthy, bro. And then just like his playoff woes, you know what I mean? He underperformed. He's underperformed a lot.
You think he's staying in Cleveland?
I feel like he is, man. I just feel like that team just needs to get better. You know what I mean?
I think you got to pick either him or Mitchell. To go
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
It's either him and Mitchell and Mobley, or Garland and Mobley. But I think Garland is, at least during the regular season, a little bit more efficient than Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell be having his slow nights, but I don't know if that's just because he has more talent around him, so his numbers is obviously gonna drop.
yeah,
So, but, like, I think you got to pick one.
Nah, yeah, I think that's for a lot of teams too. Like the Knicks, bro. The Knicks are in a tricky spot too. They just fired Tom Thibodeau. Like that
Yeah.
surprised the hell out of me.
I told Justin it was gonna happen like 2 days before.
he literally said, yeah, they're
I was
getting
like,
rid
yeah,
of the
no, he's not
coach,
staying.
bro.
It's like I didn't say that we were gonna trade him. I was like, I don't think you can win. Like he can take you to a conference finals. He can take you to the finals. I don't think you can win one with him now.
Yeah,
That's nothing against him. He's obviously a great coach,
But yeah,
but it's not all on him
yes.
either. They got to put a lot of the blame on Cat's defense.
yeah. Nah, he wasn't. He was a defensive liability in that series, and then just like with Thibodeau as well. Like, bro, he had to make adjustments, and he just didn't make them early enough. And like, bro, understandable. Like you want your players to play, like your starting five to play a lot of minutes, but like
No,
it's a lot of
you
wear and
gotta-
tear.
Especially
Yeah.
in the playoffs
That's
where
a lot of
everyone's
wear and
giving
tear.
like everything. Like they don't want to lose.
And the physicality, bro, like the physical, we talked about this, like the physicality in the playoffs is just different, bro.
Especially with the Indiana. Indiana is
Indiana
a great
is
defensive
a great
team.
defensive team, and especially since it's the playoffs, it was just the Eastern Conference Finals. They're definitely gonna play way more aggressive than
Like,
they have like the whole series. So.
Who was it that he played like 50 minutes? Was it Macau? He played him like crazy minutes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Cal or Josh Hart. It was either one Jalen Brunson. It was one of those guys.
I think it was Macau.
Yeah.
I think they got to move on from Cat. His
Yeah.
like that team can win solely off their defense,
Mm-hmm.
but Cat either got to play the 4 and get a big in there.
Mm-hmm.
But him on the pick and roll or the pick and pop, it's not working.
It's not
He,
there.
he drops every time. That's what's killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, bro, they're they very well can win a championship if they make some moves. You know what I mean? Like they, obviously, there's y'all in the East, but like again, like this was I feel like this year they could have won it. Like there's no doubt about it. They
No,
could have
they-
won it.
I think this is the most wide open year we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota could have took it, Indiana could take it, Thunder could take it, Nuggets could take it, Boston could take it, Cleveland could have took it. It's
Right.
like, by the way, shout out to Justin because I know you're gonna love this episode because we're just bashing your team, but shout out
yeah,
Justin.
yeah, man. He gonna be heated when he, gets to this section of the.
I feel like we're helping. Like I mean, we're just trying to. Well, I know you're not trying to help them out, but like I feel like just being a basketball fan.
because what's it called? Every time that Dayshon talks about the Knicks, like
It's like always
it's
good, right?
yeah, it's good.
I
What's
told
it
him, I was
called?
like, if any team in the East is beating Boston, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna be the
Knicks.
Knicks. He
Your
says it
team-
all the time.
You've always said that though. You have always
like
said that.
they
Yeah.
built their team. It looks like they built their team just like Boston to beat Boston. 'Cause
Yeah.
they got the 2 defending wings who can score.
Yep.
They've got better guard play. But Derek White is literally baby Jordan. I don't care what anybody says. That's baby Michael Jordan. So they got
him on a
better
good night,
but
yo. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not stopping him.
overall, their team is built so much like Boston. That's why I think they could have won it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just too many mistakes, bro, on the defensive end, and then the scoring just wasn't. And then they blew two 20-point leads, bro.
What was it, like a 14-point lead with a minute left?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Something
That's
like
crazy
that.
work. Now, don't
Yeah.
ever tell me that Boston wouldn't have won without Tatum now. Don't ever say that now. That's cooking.
I was never saying that, yo. That was your cousin Justin, all right.
Yeah,
Yo,
46.
and mind you,
Nah, he was going
yo,
still.
he could have dropped 60. I said it, all right. But look,
Nah, they won it.
I
They got
don't-
it fair and square. I'll give it to them.
yo, no. Justin did not have any type of confidence in this playoff series. Not one. Ever since they
I
won a
doubted
couple
them too, bro.
Yo, no.
It's okay. They got their second
got
round
their-
banner up in the rafters now, though. We beat Boston.
Yo,
Right in the middle.
yo, man.
It's crazy. Obviously, game one of the finals, start tomorrow. So I just want, me personally, I'll give my prediction out first.
SGA,
I think-
8 free throws
Yeah.
plus.
In the first 3 minutes. Don't forget that part.
3 minutes.
Honestly, game one, I think the Thunder take it, and I think they take the whole series. But Day, you want to give your predictions? Yeah.
Hot take. I got Indiana in 5 or 6. I got Indiana in 6. I'll give them 6. I don't think. It depends on refs. Realistically, I don't want to be that guy to say Shea gets every call.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's the NBA Finals. Let the teams
Let the
play
teams
more
play.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if the refs do, Indiana has the edge because Indiana's a more physical team. Also, I think Pascal is going to be the difference maker.
He really is going to be that.
Because he's been consistent. So
Yeah, and I don't think Chet can really hold him like that.
I don't think so either.
Even Miles Turner. Miles Turner's going to play a big role too.
Yeah.
So I got India in 6. But,
Turner is bigger than everybody over there too. So
Nah, Chet's huge.
well, true. You're
But,
right,
like,
Strong.
yeah,
big-wise,
strong wise,
big-wise,
yeah,
yeah.
big, yeah. So what's it called? They got options. I don't know.
Nah, yeah, I think both teams are really deep. Shea is still probably one of the most skilled players in the league. But it just depends on if the refs let him play through it or not.
That's facts.
A lot of the times you're hitting him like this, not even touching him. He got a hitbox.
Yeah.
He sells it perfectly.
They got it.
Yo,
But,
perfectly.
I mean, if they're going to give it to you, like, if you're going to get the call,
Yeah.
go for it.
yeah.
Like, you're getting your buckets. Your goal is to win, not play fair.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And this is for the NBA championship. This is for all the stakes.
And this
Sell
is a
everything you
completely-
need.
Yo, yeah. And this is a completely different look from what everybody expected. Nobody was expecting this
Nah,
at
yeah,
the
no.
finals at all.
Nah, I think a lot of people were expecting Thunder.
Thunder, yeah.
Nobody
But
was-
nobody expected
Nah,
Indiana.
Indiana's been the
Nobody.
underdog in every playoff series that they played.
Even last year, I don't know how, though, because even last year, they gave Boston a run for their money. Boston won it all.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really did they make any changes to their starting at least?
No,
No, not
I
really.
don't think so.
And they got more healthy. Last year, they was missing Mathurin and I think they were missing someone else.
No, they were missing Halliburton. I think he got injured.
One
at
game,
Celtics.
yeah.
Last game, yeah.
Last game, I think, yeah.
It was 3.
It was, yeah.
You know, I ain't changing.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
Wait, what's Toppin on there last year?
Toppin, yeah, he was because you guys traded him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, no.
Toppin's tough too.
No,
Yeah.
Nah, his hustle's crazy.
Bro, I feel like the X factor for the Thunder, and then I'll let you give your prediction. Like the X factor for the Thunder is definitely Jalen Williams. Like there's no doubt about it.
Because they're gonna try to shut down Shea. It
Nah.
just depends on if he could carry it.
I feel like the recipe, bro, like it's basically what you just said, bro. The recipe, like to beat the Thunder, in my opinion, is you lock down Shea and you just let everyone else beat you. I mean,
You gotta make someone else win.
Yeah,
or beat you.
You live with that any day of the week, bro. Because you're talking about one of the top 5 best players. Like if you lock him down, bro, like
If he doesn't get any
got a chance.
opportunities.
But the
yeah.
thing is, Minnesota did it a couple of times where they played really good against him, and J-Dub just stepped up. That one game, he scored 40, right?
yeah, like
Last
30,
series?
yeah, 38,
Yeah,
so-
no, he stepped up crazy a couple of games. So if you can't let him beat you because he will. He showed that he can.
Shoot.
What you think, man?
Realistically, bro, I feel like it's gonna go to a game 6, but it could go either way. I don't even know who is gonna win it, but I see the most games it goes up to is 6, because like y'all just said, like Dayshon just said, the Minnesota series, you would shut down Shea, but Williams just comes up and gives almost 40. And what's it called?
Not to mention those other dogs on the team too, like Case and Wallace, like Alex Caruso, like
Yeah. Oh damn, Caruso.
I think Nembhard's gonna play a big role though, because he's probably gonna be Shea's primary defender.
Yeah.
But he's a dog.
He's gonna make it tough.
Neesmith's a dog too.
Yeah.
But I think it's not as one sided as people say. Like they're heavy underdogs. Indiana.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. They shouldn't be. It's gonna be a good series.
Yeah. Game one is really.
I'm gonna say Indiana takes it.
I'm gonna be mad if I say all this and they get swept.
Yo, I'm gonna be heated, yo.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they gotta come out hot, bro. Because you know what, OKC, bro, the recipe is like slowing the game down.
Yeah,
like,
they
slow
yeah.
the game down.
They never
They
get
play
sped
at
up.
their
They play at
pace,
their
yeah.
pace.
They're a half court team, bro. And then with the Indiana, they're complete opposite of that. They're run and go, like 3-2, 2-1 on offense, like bro.
Yeah, they don't let you set up.
Yeah. But if they play their brand of basketball, bro, hell yeah, I think they could win. But if they get slowed down, is it like with the Thunder, bro? It's just that they have length on the wings and the perimeter too. You know what I mean? And Shea's not a bad defender.
No,
you know?
he's probably one of the best guard defenders in the league. Like they have no bad defenders. I don't think they have a weakness. Their biggest offensively, their biggest weakness is 3-point shooting. They don't have much, but like they're not. What team's terrible at shooting three? They're not Orlando where they can't. They're gonna shoot 15-20% every game.
Yeah.
So
it's not as one sided as people say.
it's gonna be, hopefully it's a great series, man. You know, it's different from what we've seen growing up. You know, we either seen LeBron, we've seen the Warriors, and we've seen LeBron Warriors for a lot of our lives. So,
Yo, your favorite player would not have these rings if he did not go to Golden State, bro.
nah, I don't know about that. Nah,
A ring is a ring.
nah,
Yo,
Ring is a ring.
yeah.
Oh, I'll gladly team up with him if it's against LeBron.
Hey, we could talk about that too, cause like,
Yo.
who knows if the Warriors win those 2 rings without KD, man? Cause the Cavs had them figured out, man. The Cavs.
I think what was it when they came back 3-1? I don't think Cleveland would have won that if Draymond didn't get ejected, or if he didn't get suspended. But like I said, a ring's a ring. You can't go back and say what could have and what would have happened.
Nah, we could play that what could have game all day long, but you know, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? I feel like
It's like, would LeBron have 4 rings if he never went to Miami?
True. I mean,
Would
he
D-Wade have-
was carrying
Would
Cleveland like crazy.
Would
bro.
D-Wade have 3 rings if it wasn't for LeBron? You just
Yeah.
can't say if he would if he wouldn't.
no one player could do it by himself. You know what I mean? Like we've seen guys come close, but like again, you need the full 12, 15 guys to win a championship.
2018 Bron.
So yeah,
That's the LeBron that got yammed on by Tatum, right?
That's cool, bro.
That's-
That's fine. That's fine.
hey man,
No,
who won the
man.
game though, fam? You know what I mean?
Yo.
Nah, that team.
You're gonna go there?
Nah,
You're gonna go there?
nah.
Yo.
But y'all was pups though. You guys were young.
Our oldest player was Al Horford.
Yeah.
But
Everything happens for a reason. You guys.
it all worked out. We ended up winning a championship
Yeah,
with
that's true.
Tatum and Brown and Horford.
Yeah.
Horford, he may be still old, but
Yo, he's still
he's tough. He's still good.
Still serviceable. Like he's a dog too. Like,
Nah, yeah, he can not start. He can play solid minutes on almost any team in the league right now.
Yeah.
He can move on defense. He can shoot.
Nah, I forgot this one clip where he got a steal. He jumped mad high for no reason. Like
Yo,
I don't know, bro.
I want to know what NBA players, especially like Braun, Curry, and Horford, I want to know what they do to their body, like what they eat, what they like.
Yeah.
Because they.
weightlifting, like everything, bro.
Yeah, no, their fitness is crazy for their age. LeBron's 40.
LeBron's 40.
I don't like LeBron, but I'll say it. That man is crazy.
Nah,
Yo,
he
he's
He
still
still
jumping
chase
40
down
feet
blocks.
in the air.
Yeah, yo.
longevity, like bro, longevity
still dunking, like-
underrated, bro. It's crazy. Like doing
Nah,
that
you know-
in year 22
nah.
is like
What's it called? Vince Carter, when he was old, though, he was still dunking and stuff like that. He was still getting them.
Yeah,
he was
when he was on Atlanta,
yeah,
that one time
yeah.
when he cocked it back and he ended up just laying
Yeah.
man.
Nah, I don't. You would expect because like injuries right now is crazier than I've ever seen it
Yeah.
growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You would expect now that we got more technology, we got more knowledge on the body about the
Yeah.
body. You would expect there's less injuries,
Yeah,
but
there's
somehow
more.
there's more.
There's more.
Like, and it's the younger guys. Jared McCain, he could have had a great rookie season. He got hurt.
Yep.
Who else from Detroit, Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, Jaden.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was having a
yeah.
great
He was
season
having a
too.
great
Great
season. He got
season.
hurt. It's like a lot of injuries recently
Yeah,
between basketball, but especially football. Concussion wise, it's still crazy.
Nah, the wear and tear is like different. And then the NBA, like, bro, you're playing back to backs. Like
82
everyone,
games a season.
everyone talks about 82 games. You know, I mean, I feel like with the back to backs, so you kind of got to look at it. You know, I know they try to limit it as much as you can, but at the end of the day, like these guys are professionals, I know, but you know the wear and tear, because you got to think about like guys like Tatum, bro. Like he's been playing ball since August, bro. Last Olympics, like he probably took a couple weeks off after the finals, and he just came back, bro. So it was just like a lot of wear and tear on the body, including he probably played like 70 plus games last year in the regular season.
Yeah, he doesn't sit out a lot. Like if it's not an
unless it's
actual
something.
injury, he
Yeah.
doesn't really sit out.
No, yeah.
But I don't get mad when people do. Like when people were coming at Joel Embiid a couple seasons ago for sitting out a lot. If you want to be healthy for the playoffs, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you have
a
a history with injuries.
Yeah.
He couldn't play the first 2 seasons of his career because he had a foot injury. So
Yep.
Yeah, like you can't blame
rush those
him.
things.
It's like you're gonna get mad at him when he sits out, but you're also not gonna wanna like root for him when he's hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how Mikal Bridges does it, man.
Yeah,
Nah, he's Superman, bro.
Yo, he has not missed a game.
in what a couple seasons, like
Yeah, a couple seasons.
since Phoenix, right?
Bro, I don't even think. Yeah, something like that, man.
I swear I seen somebody say he ain't missed a game since college. I could be bugging
Oh
out.
no, actually, no. I think that's a fact.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a game since college.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, yo.
That's
He played
crazy.
What
every
is he in
single
his-
game.
What is he in his?
He's in like year. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
He got to be like over 6, over like.
I think he's like 7 or
I think he's
8.
8.
Let's see.
Why they got that picture up there?
Yeah.
He's in. My fault, fellas.
He had a 7'1" wingspan.
Let's check this real quick. Nah, it helps like on defense. He's
Nah, yeah.
in.
2018.
He's in year 6. He just finished year 6.
So he about to go in a year.
No, year 7. Nah, year 7. We'll say year 7.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, man. Nah.
Did he one and done?
No, he played like 3 seasons
I think
at Villanova.
So he played 10 seasons
seasons
consecutively
consecutive.
without missing a game. That's so crazy.
Yo, you would never expect that from anybody, because especially how injuries are stacking up like crazy, bro.
Like, do you never get
do you
sick?
not get sick? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't get sick at all.
Shit, I'm wondering the same. Like, the recovery is insane. A lot of guys do it differently. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's a lot of predictions. Like we have, I mean, free agency, and the draft is low key gonna be crazy. Because I seen a report today that like KD might get traded either on draft night or before that. A lot of crazy shit. Like even him possibly going to the Spurs or some other teams.
Don't give
what?
Don't
The
give them more length.
Spurs? They
Not give
yo, bro.
Fox,
and Wemby
healthy. That team's going deep in the playoffs.
No, yeah.
Yo,
And the West, bro, the Western Conference is a freaking bloodbath.
Yeah, it's gonna get blown up because you got Houston, who's they're on the rise.
They're on contention. They could get Giannis too. They could shake the whole shit up, man.
yo.
They can
Giannis is coming to Boston. Let me dream.
Hey man,
I feel like a Knicks fan now.
Oh, let me dream.
We're
It's
getting Jokic too.
hey man,
Jokic
crazy.
is
Nah,
crazy.
Jokic in Boston. I couldn't imagine that.
Oh hell no.
Nah.
Don't give Jason Tatum someone else who can score 25, 30 a game.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I feel like you guys
Consistently
have to,
too. That's yeah.
Nah, Giannis could go to the Spurs too. I felt like that was more like realistic, but
Yo,
Stop. Stop giving ideas. No.
I don't know, man.
Because if ESPN sees this, if one of them sees this, bro, and they go, Giannis sees this.
Let's draw up some mock
I did.
trades.
Yeah, let's draw this
go
up.
in there on 2K later, see if I could get a trade in for that.
Hey man,
Who do you think they would have to give up to get Giannis though?
the Spurs.
Yeah.
Shit. Keldon Johnson. They're gonna have to give up Devin Vassell. Like, No,
Like, one of their
Steph
games.
Castle. Nah, Steph Castle is untouchable. Well, he's not untouchable.
I don't think he's untouchable just because you got another young guard in Fox.
Yeah.
Fox is what, 20? Not even 25.
No, he's 27.
No, he's
he's
27.
older.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you're good, bro. But like Steph Castle, like no way in hell are you trading. In my opinion, no way in hell you're trading him. And then that number 2 pick is gotta go to the Bucks. I feel like it has to.
Oh right, they do have the. You think if they keep it, Ace Bailey? You think?
Nah, I'm saying. Well, in my opinion, Dylan Harper is the second best player in the draft.
That's crazy that they didn't go far and they had both of them.
Yeah, I feel like it was just the other. I feel like it was a 2v. I feel like the team wasn't.
That's a perfect
Besides-
example why the
besides-
trade thingy's fine
Yeah.
or the transfer portal's fine.
Yeah, man. I don't know. We're gonna see though, cause like, again, like this summer is gonna be nuts. Like anything is possible.
I think we're going into an era where basketball is just gonna be like fun again to watch.
Yeah.
Because the last couple of years, I haven't enjoyed the playoffs that much.
I barely turned it on.
Besides seeing my boy do it. You know when he threw up Deuce? That picture is so cinematic.
Yeah.
That picture. Sometimes I just go back to that day and I'm like, damn. Start playing Drake in my bed.
Hey man, that's history though. You can never take that back. So y'all have that for your whole life, man. And
That was my
entire lives.
that was my first time because last time they won was 2008.
Yeah.
4 years old. That was my last time seeing a chip, or my first time seeing a chip actually be won by Boston.
Yeah.
Because I grew up, I've seen New England Patriots win pretty much every
Countless
other year.
rings, bro.
Tom Brady, the GOAT, man. It's not even up for debate, bro. Anyone could argue that.
I don't like Pat Mahomes, but depending on how the rest of his career goes, it might be a debate. Because I
Right.
already got him. I got him top 3 QBs all time.
Yeah.
Already.
That's no doubt.
And he's not that far behind Peyton Manning.
Yeah. People sleep on Peyton. Peyton Manning was a dog too, man.
Yeah, I don't know how people don't have him second. People put like Joe Montana there. People put like Aaron Rodgers above him. I don't see it.
Yeah,
I think,
Aaron Rodgers, like he has won Super Bowl, and he had a lot of great teams, bro.
but he got a couple MVPs. He won one 4 years ago, and he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can't take away from his greatness either.
Nah, no doubt.
I'm not saying he's not one of the greats, but
Yeah, he's one of the ones.
yeah.
But I feel like Mahomes right now, like if you can't put him as a GOAT just based on the fact that like, bro, he matched up against Brady twice and he lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and one time Brady was like 90 years old.
Yeah.
And he lost. And he got outplayed by Brady.
Yeah.
He
like,
just came
and
back too, no?
That was a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his first year back.
First year back.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy.
That was a fun Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed that one. The last couple have been solid.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully another team. I mean, I feel like the Bills are right there, bro.
I think the Bengals, if their defense gets better, they could take it. Because
Right.
they have the offense. They got Joe Burrow. They still got T. Higgins,
I think I was just talking about that.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just their defense that's selling them.
No, yeah, we're gonna see about the NFL because the NFL should be fun too. Because the Eagles, man, we talked about it the first episode. Like the Eagles very well can win it again next year.
No, the Eagles they definitely have probably the best team all around.
No,
Yeah.
their roster construction, bro. Like their GM, their owner, they know what they're doing over there, bro.
And they got Saquon. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that
you don't think
backward
Ravens are like
I think they're nice, bro. But I feel like Lamar, he just has to play better in a big game. You know?
nah, we're blaming that on Mark Andrews.
Yes.
We're blaming that on
Nah,
Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
I understand. That's understandable.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. That drop,
Yes.
like,
It's right here.
So right here.
nah, yeah, you gotta
Yes.
catch that ball. You gotta catch that ball, man.
Yo, I remember seeing. Was I in the party with you?
We clowned him. We all
was in the
said
party
we
with
could
you,
make
right?
that catch. Yes, we was
Yo,
all
that's
saying,
like-
"Yo, we're catching
That
that
was
ball."
devastating, bro.
Yo.
That was devastating, man.
Yo, and like he's on the goal line. ball in
Right
his
there,
hand.
yo, drop like yo.
They've been so close, man. But again, you gotta put it all together in the big game, bro. The playoffs are one and done for the NFL. You know,
Yeah.
at least with the NBA, like if you mess up the first game, you got another
You
shot.
got
at
another
it.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, NFL's
NFL,
game.
NFL has more Cinderella teams
for
than
sure.
because in a 7-game series, the better teams mostly, for the most part, the better teams coming out on
No,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's historically too. Like that, you could check you could research that. Even like The stats show, man.
When was the last time a 7th seed or an 8th seed made the finals?
Shit, the Miami Heat, 2023. So
They were 8th?
yeah, they were like seventh,
8th, yeah.
7th or 8th, yeah, around there, that number.
I do like the play-in tournament. I want to see a playoff or a play-in team make the finals one year.
Nah, that would be crazy.
That
That would be
would
some
be
legendary
crazy,
stuff,
yo.
man.
But like a lot of the teams could, especially the way the West was this
Yeah.
year. Like the play-in teams were like 4 games out of being like a 4th seed, 3rd seed.
No, yeah.
So it's like anything could happen, especially now.
Yeah, the Warriors, they beat the number 2 seed, and they were the 7th seed. So, and they beat the Houston Rockets. And
Yeah, but that's just. I think Houston's a better team. I think
they're just
Golden
young.
State just had more.
They had more experience.
Nah, that championship pedigree, man, is just different, bro.
Yeah, and then they went and added more experience with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Yep.
That team could, just like you said, that team could very well compete. It's just minor tweaks, you know. And then Kaminga's gone, in my opinion.
I don't know why they didn't play him because Kuminga, he's tough.
Nah, he's a dog, man.
I don't know why he
They
got
didn't
no
play
burn
him,
at all.
Yeah.
He, to be honest, he just needs to get in the lab, like especially with his jump shot. Because if he gets a jump shot, and then we talked about the Thompson twins too. Like literally, there's
They get
Most
a jump shot.
They're probably the most athletic,
players in the
right
league.
Yeah.
If they get a jump shot, bro,
those two, like if they put up like 1,000 shots this summer, like every
now.
day,
They can be superstars by the end of next year.
yeah.
Who do you think's better?
a man.
Man.
That's Houston, right?
Mhm.
Asar is tough, but I feel like a man, like
A men can do it all.
Do it all. Yeah.
Asar, he's mostly like he's there for defense.
Yeah, he's more of a
A
defensive
men
player.
just, but they're both nasty.
yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but you know, we wanted to talk about like young athletes. You know, we were athletes growing up, like being pressured, like in sports. You know, that kind of goes into like mental health because you know, when you play sports, you know, it's a physical game, but it's also mental. The mental is just as important. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, you know, I talked about it the last episode. Like, I just remember going into every game. Well, I didn't really mention it last episode, but like every game that year, like JV year, junior year, playing basketball, like I would just go into the game. Like if I messed up, like it would drain like my whole energy. Like I would just be like frustrated and upset, and it would like throw my whole game off. And now, I mean, after that year, that summer, you know, I really learned that like you got to keep an even keel mindset. You can't be too high or too low when you're playing any sport. So, and just to stay humble, bro, because one play, one game, like it could change the whole course of a season. So I don't.
For better or for worse, you
Yeah.
could have one game where you drop 40, then you're getting attention from college scouts, especially like you said, your junior year. Your junior year is like when you're getting looked at most, not just
sports wise, academic wise.
academically,
that's the most important year.
athletically. Like you're getting, that's where you're gonna get most of your attention.
Hmm.
So I see where pressure could like take part in that because you don't want to go into. You're thinking, if I play good this game, I'm gonna get looked at more. I'm gonna get offers, or I'm like at least a little attention. So you're like, you play scared.
Yeah, you're
you
tense.
you don't play your own
yeah.
game.
I definitely like I could say from experience, like I definitely played mad scared, like just mad scared that like if I make them, because you know coaches, they're gonna be tough on you. You know, there's the good coaches and there's the coaches that, you know, go over the top with it. But you know what I mean, when you mess up in the game, you know, that a lot of coaches will take you out, and then that would be replaying in my head a lot too. Just like if a turnover happened, you know, I missed a defensive assignment or I missed a shot, like it would throw my whole game off because getting subbed out, like it messes with your head. But you gotta stay strong through it out because it's like I said, you gotta stay even kill. Like you gotta focus on the next play as much as possible. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, what's it called? My junior year, I was on GV. What's it called? It was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We was blowing out teams by like 25 plus. But what's it called? Halfway through the season, what's it called? I got moved up to varsity. That was like my first time being on varsity my junior year because I didn't play basketball my sophomore year because my mom, you know, she works at the hospital, so the whole COVID situation, she didn't want me to play. But I was also at Universal at the time, so when I got back, she didn't know what's it called. We wear masks up playing basketball, so if she knew, then I probably would have played. But what's it called, halfway through the season, played varsity. I remember he told me, yo, Coach Bobby, he was like, yeah, you're on the varsity team today. I was like, oh, snap. Like, after, like, just because I had at least 15 rebounds a game. That's one of my strengths was to shoot and get rebounds. So, what's it called? We was going up against, like, a taller defender. And what's it called? He was like, oh, yeah, you're on varsity today. All right. So, when I call you, just be ready. And I was like, all right. I was nervous at first. I was like, oh, damn, this is varsity. Like, this is a lot. But I get in the game. Mind you, he's big. He's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? So I get in the game. Yo, I took a charge. Yo, yo, it was like, it was like, Jahni, good stuff. I'm like, oh my, mind you, he smacked right into my chest. That hurt. Like, I was nervous. I was like, yo.
Your dad used to do that. Yo.
Yo, we're going to get into that in a second. But, yo, he went right into my chest. Just boom.
No
I'm
equipment.
like, yo. I was like, damn. What's it called? Antonio helped me up. He's like, yo, you got it. So, what's it called? So, that, like, got the nerves out a little bit. But after I, like, scored my first three-pointer, I felt like it was a little better. But when I, like, made mistakes in game, I'm like, damn. And, like, it, like, really gets to you. But what's it called? I feel like in high school with the basketball, I didn't have a lot of pressure. But, like, when I was younger, when we played for the Cowboys and stuff like that, I feel like there was a lot of pressure because, like, there was some of us that had to, like, lose weight by, like, a certain day. Yo, I promise you, we had to lose, like, yo, we had to lose, like, 5 to 10 pounds in, like, 2 days. So, like, we'd run all practice,
They'd, like, put a bag on.
We had to put a sauna suit on and run all practice, yo. So, like, I was like, damn, like.
Sometimes they would have you come in before you
be
running.
Before, like.
After you'd be running.
Yup.
It's like, I remember I was a skinny kid. Like, skinny. I'm skinny now, but back then I was like. I remember they had to put rocks in my cleats so that I made weight. So, I never had to deal with the sauna suit.
That was me.
But
during Pee Wee season, because what's it called? I was always skinny, but that like 1 year, like I gained weight, and then I had to run all practice. So like I was like, damn, like what if I'm not running as fast as I should be? I felt a lot of pressure like that. And then on top of that is when I was like getting back to the school stuff. Cause that was like the year after I got in trouble. Cause
my boy Sagastu.
Yo, man, my boy Sagastu, man, had us doing projects every week, yo, and it was stressful. But that year after, I was really trying to like make a better impression in my family at the house. So like it was like a lot of pressure because I still had to do the homework and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like the weigh-in day, I remember like we couldn't, like us that was like overweight still, like we couldn't eat. Like we had to wait. We couldn't drink water. We couldn't eat or anything until we got weed. So like I was like 0.5 less than what I was.
So you
I was right there. I was like, ooh, yo, that was like the most I've been.
But the thing about the Cowboys is like you really can't complain because they did always put you in a spot to be noticed. Like when I played, we was in from Pee Wee from Junior Pee Wee to Pee Wee, which is 4 years. We were in regionals every year.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter what, we were winning. We were good. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah. He hates me to this day. Cause
bum team made it. I can't say bum team because they got a couple players who were playing in college now. But we had Keith, we had Dean, both college athletes. We had who else played with us that's in college now?
Is Alejandro playing in college?
Nah, I seen his pops the other day. But nah, we had like
Justin wasn't playing with y'all?
Nah, he was playing with me.
With him. We had like most of the coaches, or Hurlin, his dad, and Renz, they'll tell you that our team was one of the best we had.
They literally had the best team, like all around.
We went undefeated 4 seasons in a row, didn't lose a game until regionals. So it was,
like mine, we lost like 1 or 2 games, but after that, won regionals and we went to Disney.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that Hawaii team, bro.
Teams you play out in Florida is crazy.
Yo.
Nah, yeah, it's different, bro.
They're 13 years old. You're 6 feet tall. All right. Like,
especially Hawaii.
Yo.
That's why a lot
Their
of guys.
QB had 10 seconds in the pocket.
That's a skill issue.
No, bro. Like 2 plays, he had 10. I'm like, yo.
If you think about it too, like that's why a lot of guys from our hometown, like Rhode Island, they leave to go to like Florida just because it's better. Like you're gonna get better. Like here,
And you get more recognition out there. We're a small state.
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like we
yeah.
have Rhode Island has a lot of talent. Like a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot
talented
of talent.
guys.
We're just
But
like, we get unnoticed because like of
Our
how
schools
small.
are smaller. Like even some of the kids that played at Henry LaSalle, they could have went to bigger schools, but they're mostly getting looked at from Rhode Island schools or New England schools.
I think that's why, Justin went out, did that 7-on-7 thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7-on-7 is like
Yeah, the
has been-
7-on-7 is
has
He
done
played with
great for
Destroyers.
Destroyers.
Yeah, he played with Destroying.
and
Yeah.
look where he's at now. He's at
Michigan State. Yeah.
So,
You get noticed crazy, and then like it's just different. I feel like it's a different game of football. Like you don't have pads, you're lighter. Like I was talking about this, shout out Scotty, he was talking about this, like you're definitely lighter, like on the feet, like you don't have pads like holding you down, and you're the fastest that you could be, honestly. So.
you're playing at like your highest level because even jumping wise, that equipment weighs you down. You don't jump as high.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 6'35", so like, it don't
Yeah.
bother him. But
I forgot what, because I had Justin, and then I had James L on my team. I forgot what he did.
Tyrone,
Yeah.
had all them.
I forgot what James L did, but now he's at Vanderbilt. So, he's putting in the work over there. He's in the best shape of his life. I was talking to him like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have a lot of talent in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
We just
shout
don't
out
get
to
looked
the
at.
RI.
Yeah.
It's, man,
And mind
it's
you,
ridiculous.
Zell's not 6 feet tall. He's
Yeah.
like
Nah, he's small.
he's like 5'7". And he's
Yeah, man. So we wanted to start winding down, with the podcast, but we want to thank Day for being our first guest.
Appreciate you for having me, Jason.
Yeah.
You too, Jahni.
got you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, my boy. We want to thank y'all for the continued support always. Shout out to fam, shout out all the guys.
Yes, sir.
Shout out everyone that supports us, man. So this is episode 3. We're gonna get this out to you guys, and more episodes to come consistently. That
Show.
consistency is what we're aiming for. So
Yep,
we want to thank y'all.
Shoot, I just had to clean the whole crib before I got here today. No, I had to clean the bathroom, did the dishes and stuff like that. So he called me while I was washing the tub. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to be in 10 minutes." I'm like, "Oh, damn, we hurry this up real quick." So, yeah.
We want to thank y'all. So peace out, guys.
Yo, man.